Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Chiquis, and you've reached the voicemail box for Dear Chiquis. I'm here to give you advice on anything and everything you need help with. Maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you're having issues with your family. Or maybe you need help figuring out how to balance your checkbook or how to start a business. Whatever the case is, I want to hear from you. Remember, these are my thoughts and opinions, and if you're suffering from an issue or hardship, you should seek help from a qualified professional. All right, now go ahead and leave your question at the sound of the beep.
Hola Chiquis, espero que cuando recibas este mensaje te encuentres bien. Me llamo Annabelle y primeramente te quiero felicitar on your engagement. Te mando muchos besos y abrazos y felicidades. Te mereces todo lo mejor. Mi pregunta para ti se trata sobre relationship. Llevo ya casi 8 años con mi novio. We just moved out last year. Y todo, gracias a Dios, va bien. Lo quiero mucho, él me quiere. Y pues ahorita la única cosa que he notado es que él no cree en Dios y yo sí creo en Dios. Y él hace todo para mí. Yo lo quiero, él me quiere. No tenemos problemas, no peleamos. So, no sé qué hacer. Estoy orando, tratando de orar todos los días para pedirle a él que me ayude y que por a lo menos le dé un poquito de fe a mi novio, que crea en él. La única cosa que hace mi novio es que cuando yo me pongo a orar, él me agarra la mano, pero ¿qué consejo me darías? ¿Cómo puedo hacer para que él crea más en Dios? Te quiero mucho y te deseo todo lo mejor, ¿ok? Gracias, bye.
Hi, Annabelle. Okay, guys. So Annabelle's basically asking right now. She's saying that she's been in a relationship. She lives with her boyfriend. Everything's great. They have a very good relationship. The only thing is that he does not believe in God and she does. And it concerns her because, well, she believes in God and she would love for him to believe in God. So she's been praying and asking God to put some faith in him. And all he does, I think that when they pray, he holds her hand. But that's it, which I think is a good sign, by the way. Annabelle, yo siento que si él te agarra la mano cuando están orando, cuando tú estás orando, esa es ya buena señal. Quizás le han pasado muchas cosas en su vida que dice, pues, ¿cómo puede existir un Dios si me pasó esto y esto y esto? Yo soy el tipo de persona que siempre dice, live and let live. You know, we have to respect everyone's decisions. Tenemos que respetar siempre las decisiones de cada quien. Basically, what I'm telling Annabelle, you guys, is that I do think it's a great sign that he holds her hand. We do have to always respect other people's decisions, live and let live completely. But I do feel, Annabelle, because I feel like you speak English, so I'm going to say the rest in English if that's okay. I do feel that when you're in a relationship with someone, it is very important for you guys to be on the same page when it comes to religion, spirituality. There's certain things that I feel can either make or break a relationship, but that doesn't mean that you can't teach him if he is willing, if he's open, which it feels like he's open because he's holding your hand while you guys are praying. If he's open, then that's a good sign. If he's completely closing the door and saying, I don't want to hear about it, blah, 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 then that can really cause issues down the line. And that's a decision you're going to have to make. But like, for instance, what if you guys get married? How would that happen? Will you have more? Like, you got to think about those things. I mean, he sounds like a great guy. You sound very happy. You have to ask yourself that question. Is that something that I can deal with for the rest of my life? Or do I really want someone that's on the same page with me, spiritual wise? It's a tough one. It's a tough one. For me, personally, it would be very hard for me to be with someone that doesn't believe in God and doesn't have faith. But I would do my very best and tell myself, I'm going to give myself a certain amount of time and say, okay, let's go to church. Let's pray. Let's try. And if after a certain amount of time, let's say a year, it's just not working, then I would have to excuse myself from the relationship because I'd be like, God, I tried and he's just not budging. Let me pray for him from afar because I don't want it to affect my spirituality. You know what I mean? So I hope that that helps, Annabelle. It's a tough one, but it's not impossible. It seems to me and I feel in my heart that he's willing to learn and get to know who God is. It'll just be up to you to teach him, to show him, you know? So I hope it all works out. Okay, Mama, muchas gracias por tu pregunta. Okay, our next question comes from Anna.
Hi, Chiquis. I love your show, and I just finished listening to the most recent one today. The reason I'm coming on here is because I had a really hard time turning 30. I just turned 30. I'm 30 years old now. I struggled coming with terms with it, but besides that, I've been having a really hard time adapting overall. My birthday is in March and I have been just struggling. I don't feel myself. I was a very happy person, like it's very spontaneous, happy, energetic, and I'm catching myself not energetic, not happy, kind of depressed all the time. What would you recommend for that? Thank you.
Anna girl, welcome to the flirty 30s, to the dirty 30s. My 30s have been the best years of my life. I think it's just a transition. And I think more than anything, Anna, it's going to take you to get out of the mindset of you probably felt like, oh my God, 30s are old. Girl, no. For me and from everyone that I have spoken to, like 30s are just like the sexiest. 20s, you're still trying to get to know yourself and you don't really know what you want. And you're like, F it, I'll do this, I'll do that. And then in your 30s, you're like, damn, I feel good in my skin. I know a little bit know who I am. You should be knowing who you are. But look, I get it. I think it's just in your mind where you think, oh my God, I'm old. There's so much power in the mind and in your thoughts. So you're probably thinking I'm old, which makes you more tired. So what you're doing is you're bringing that energy into your life when you should be saying to yourself, I'm 30, I'm wiser, I'm sexy, I know who I am, I'm confident. Telling yourself all these beautiful things. I understand as a woman, it's hard for us to age, but I think you're making it harder for yourself. You are making it harder for yourself because I'm telling you, like 30s are it. Like I really have enjoyed my 30s. So I really hope that you get to a place where you could just enjoy and just look back and be proud of where you've come from and where you're going. Get out of that mindset of like, oh my God, I was 20, I was young, or whatever it is that you're thinking. 'Cause I don't know exactly what you're thinking, but you have to just thank God, thank your life, thank the universe for those years that you had, and now look forward to what's before you. Does that make sense? Look forward and embrace this, babe. You are on earth. You are here for a reason. Like you hit 30. There are people that don't make it to their 30s. Amy Winehouse was 27. Just thank God, like, hey, I'm here. Look at it in a positive way. I'm telling you, once you do, you're really going to enjoy them. Like everything's just going to be better, in my opinion, of course. I hope that helps, Anna. I'm sending you a big, 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 big hug. A big, freaking energetic, loving, sexy hug, okay? Okay, so next question comes from Delia.
Hola, Chiquis. I just wanted to let you know how much an impact your weight loss episode had on me, and it even made me emotional. Thank you so much for sharing your struggles because it was so relatable, and I related to that post so much, that episode. So thank you so much. So I just wanted to ask you, for your advice. I had the gastric sleeve in 2017. My heaviest, I was 300 pounds and I lost 100 pounds. So I was around 190 at my lowest weight. I had a baby in 2022 and I gained 50 pounds. So right now I'm around 250. I'm not happy with my current weight. My issue is eating, binge eating. I work out every day. I drink my water. That's the only issue is, I love to eat snacks. Food, I went to my bariatric doctor and he basically said that the only way to lose the weight is to have a revision. I'm worried about the complications and I had no complications with my sleeve. What do you suggest? Let me know. Thank you so much. I love you. You're amazing.
Delia, thank you so much. I had contemplated so long having that episode of the weight loss, but I'm so glad I did. I've been getting such great feedback. So thank you so much for that confirmation. So I really do appreciate it. In regards to your question, I had a friend that just got a revision. She had the sleeve 10 years ago and she had 2 daughters and she had gained weight. Of course, you're pregnant, your hormones are going crazy, you eat. So that's completely normal. Don't feel bad about that. And don't feel bad about loving food because I love food. I get it, girl. I understand. I think here you just have to remember more than anything, portion control, and just say, I'm going to make myself a sandwich. I'm going to cut it in 4s. I'm going to eat a little bit now, 1/4 of it. Y así llévatela. Like spread it out as much as you can. Like shrink your tummy again. But it's portion control. So just remember that. And you know that because you got the sleeve and you're forced to eat a little bit. I don't think there are huge complications with the revision. They say that getting liposuction or a BBL is a lot more risky than doing the sleeve or doing the gastric bypass. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If your doctor said it's okay for you to get the revision, go for it, especially if it's going to make you feel more confident. You had a baby. Like, don't let anybody get in your head and say that it's wrong or you can't do it. Like, every body is different. Literally, every body is different. So you are going to react differently to certain foods. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole other conversation. It's a whole other episode. But I would tell you, as your sister, do it. You had a baby. If you're done having kids, I don't know if you are, do it. And then just cuídate. Just take care of yourself. Drink water. That's huge. always hydrate yourself. And just from now until you get your revision, eat little portions and really try to spread it out throughout the day. There's no one that says you can't have the cake. Just have a little bit of the cake. Don't have the whole cake. It's all in our mind, and we have to really take control of that. And that's what I've done. And it's been so freaking hard. But I have to sometimes tell myself, okay, you're eating too fast, you're eating too much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's an everyday thing. So just be patient with yourself, be compassionate with yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it. But get the revision. That's my opinion and my advice. Okay. Thank you, Delia. So now we're going with Marilyn.
Hi, Chiquis. How are you? My lovely queen. I hope that you are having an amazing day. I first and foremost want to start off by saying that I am so in love with you and your family. I have basically watched you guys my whole life. And honestly, I loved Jenny. It was such a funny show. You guys are so hilarious. And I loved your mom so much. But anyways, my question is, any show recommendations? I feel like I've watched all my shows that I've been obsessed with, and I'm like the type to rewatch shows because I get bored and I need a new show. But I feel like maybe I should ask, like, maybe you have any show recommendations. Maybe you can help a sister out. But anyways, I love you so much, and I hope that you continue to live your best life because you are a boss as B. Love you, babe.
I love your energy. You are so awesome. Thank you. Oh my God. You watched I Love Jenny. Like, thank you. Thank you for loving us all. I really appreciate it, Marilyn. And I love your question. Okay, so I love watching shows like First 48. I love watching Forensic Files, all that stuff, right? But if you're not really into that, then I love watching like 90 Day Fiancé, Love is Blind. Have you watched those? Anyways, The Office is huge. That's the one I'm watching right now, rewatching it for like, I think the 4th time. I know it's older. It's on Peacock. A lot of people can't find it. What else? Oh my God. I feel like I'm missing something super important that I was watching that I absolutely loved. I know there's like a lot of other shows that they're not coming to mind, but I love watching movies. I can watch 7 Pounds with Will Smith over and over. A Man Called Otto or Otto. Otto. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I love that. With Tom Hanks, that's a very, very good movie. It's on Netflix. It's super cute. Eat, Pray, Love is another one with Julia Roberts that I love. And it's just like, I love watching movies that make my heart feel good and inspire me. So, oh my God, you got me with this question. Oh my goodness. It's like when I'm on the spot with things like that, I'm like, okay, wait. And then later on, when I'm not like responding to your question anymore, I'm like, oh my God, I should have told you this. So I don't know, Marilyn, but thank you. I loved your question. I loved your energy. But yeah, thank you guys. Oh my gosh. We had a really nice mix of questions this episode, and I really love that. If you want me to answer your question, head over to speakpipe.com/chiquisandchillpodcast and leave your question, and I would love to talk to you and give you some advice, okay? Hasta la próxima. I love you guys so much. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and check us out on YouTube.